Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today I'm flipping through Mad Magazine number 534, released August 2015. Cover price $5.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below at some point during this video. If you want to support me in another way, monetary way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. What happens if you support me there? Get a 6 set of stickers. You might even get this awesome stencil. And it looks awesome. This is how awesome it looks. Do you see? It's beautiful. Appreciate it. Drink it in. I get the honor of thanking these people who support me on Patreon right now. Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back to the old overhead. Boop. Also, let's get back to seeing me. Anyway, you might notice I'm trying. Wait a second. Am I off? Is my camera? Maybe I moved my camera on accident. I'm trying something new with the thumbnail, okay? I know it's awful. It's insufferable. Whatever. I don't care, all right? You guys just have to deal with it. You only have to see it for like 2 seconds. And maybe my beautiful visage will bring in all sorts of viewers. Mad Magazine number 534. What a beautiful cover. Mark Fredrickson. I don't know. It's like one of those covers that is just forgotten, right? It's Minions. I'm not a Minions hater like a lot of people out there are. A lot of people find them horrible, grotesque, annoying, not funny. That's what some people find. I find them, all of those things are the opposite of how I feel. I think they're amusing. I've seen the movies. I watch them with my kids. They're funny. And they're cute, you know? And they like speak a mixture of like Spanish and Portuguese and English and French, you know? It's kind of cute and fun. Ugh, an ad. Get this out of here. I don't know. There's that page, which I'm skipping. The letters and tomatoes department. Listen, one stood out more than any. Well, first off, like, look at this. I thought I was wearing my glasses. I'm not. Remembering Tom Koch and Lou Silverstone, it's with great sadness that we report the passing of two of MAD's legendary writers. Tom Koch passed away on March 22nd at the age of 89. From 57 to 95, Tom was one of MAD's most prolific and funny writers, contributing more than 300 pages to the magazine in his distinctive comedic voice. Perhaps Tom's most memorable MAD article was 43-Man Squamish. Yeah, holy smokes. That's a pretty big one. 50 years after its initial publication, it remains MAD's most requested reprint. We honor Tom by running another one of his classic articles in this issue's installment of the Mad Vault. I think that's a quick little Viviano sketch that they had him do. And then Lou Silverstone passed away on March 9th at the age of 90. Lou wrote over 180 articles for the magazine between 1962 and 1990, touching on all aspects of politics, sports, and American culture, and is particularly remembered for his movie and television satires. His first article was a spoof of Bonanza. Bananas. Shouldn't have been that hard to read. In Mad number 73, he also wrote Batsman, the classic Mad takeoff on the 1960s Batman TV series, in Mad number 105. We'll pay tribute to Lou in a special edition of the Mad Vault in issue 535. That's the next one. We extend our deepest condolences. I think is that Paul Peter Porges' drawing of him? I don't know. Either way, it's sad, man. It's always sad when those guys pass away. Live and Let Jedi. I read the new Star Wars sneak peek for my son's subscription. I thought to myself, you idiots used to be way more clever back when I subscribed in the 80s, so I read the old Star Wars satires in my own collection. you weren't. That guy gets it. That guy knows how to write a letter to the Mad magazine. Here, I got to open up my little notebook. I took little notes this time, guys, just to keep me on track. The Soul of Mad. I kind of want to get a collection of these. I don't know how many they released, but I think that would be nice. Because if they're anything like my, what print do I have? I just have like the Norman Mingo, the print. There was one of these subscription promo things where you could get a limited edition print. It came with a certificate of authenticity. It's a nice print, and if these are anything like it, I would love to have that. Wouldn't that be cool to have like a gallery, a little gallery wall, maybe in a hallway or a corridor? Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's the Fundolini pages. Some friends of the show making an appearance in these Fundolini pages. Kenny Kyle, Matt Lassen. Here we have Matt Lassen's This Issue's Underfunded Kickstarter Campaign. Help me fund a zoo that pairs cartoon animals. Ever wonder what Rocky and Bullwinkle would look like together in real life? Because it's all I can think about. 1% funded, 16 pledged, 0 days left. Oh. The photo is by Dreams Time. Hold on. I kind of want to check Mad Cover site. Dreams Time. Let's see. They don't have it. They don't give credit. It's just there's not a list of all of Dreams Time submissions to Mad Magazine. They must only have the one. I think he'll have to get on that. Doug Guilford. Here we have a Yeezy Boost ad that tells it like it is. Kenny Kyle did this one. And this is especially prescient. Finally, a sneaker batshit crazy enough for Kanye West. Stainless steel. Wait. Where's my... Here we go. Stainless steel zipper and canvas dynamic strap. Because let's face it, if you were smart enough to tie your own shoes, you wouldn't be dropping $350 on these monstrosities. That's actually not that bad, right? Like, they're like limited edition or something. There's lots of shoes that are more expensive or equally expensive, and you can only like wear with a suit. Sleek nano thread stitching, sure to come unraveled faster than Kanye at an awards show. Oh yes, up until this point, that's pretty much the craziest thing he had done. Perforated vamp toe box. It's unclear what this means, but it's something Kanye kept yelling during design meetings. So here you go. Blended polyurethane polyvinyl chloride soles, crafted from the very same cutting-edge synthetics that make up 60% of Kim Kardashian. Elevated heel, much like Kanye himself. I really appreciate that joke. An elevated heel. That's, for those of you who don't know, who are not cultured, a heel in wrestling is like the bad guy. Anyway, isn't it funnier now that I've explained it to you? Of course, I actually didn't notice this at first. There's a few that I'm going to go through on this page. The first one is, give me a flake. Excuse me, miss, I have some things to say about your legs, but first I'd like you to sign this consent form. Anyway, the Godfrey report, I did not notice this at first, but I got to talk about it. It's my favorite part of the Fundolini pages. Never attributed to anybody, because the Godfrey report, it represents all of us, and it's created by all of us. In multiplexes, 5 minutes ago, drive-ins, out, Nickelodeons. Look, when I do this, that's so annoying. I can't even use this anymore. In apparel, 5 minutes ago, duds, out, garb. In sloops, 5 minutes ago, dinghies, out, junks. In McMansions, 5 minutes ago, estates, out, manners. In petting, 5 minutes ago, necking, out canoodling. Oh, no, canoodling. Well, I guess it's 2022. This is 2015. I think canoodling is back in, to be honest. Sam Ferry's Misconnected Moments. I like these because it doesn't seem exactly like a Mad Magazine thing. It almost doesn't fit. And that's why I enjoy it. I met a cardiologist in a bar on Valentine's Day. The implications were ambiguous. It was a great show, but I missed large portions while daydreaming how I'd reconstructed on Facebook. As we passed the store just off the highway, I thought of their target customer, one who desires immortality, a bold statement to stand tall through the ravages of time, but nothing pricey. And then finally on this page, the parents' text abbreviations every child should know. GHASATKAA, getting high as soon as the kids are asleep. Which I do think that one should have been I think that should have been the last one. O2BTKC $IV. Off to blow the kids' college funds in Vegas. DSNRHBG. Does she not realize her boyfriend's gay? And SSGTFMWS 14. She'll start getting the family mustache when she turns 14. I do wonder about the use of the numerals rather than the beginning letters. Like, why wouldn't it be WSF? Anyway, here's something. This one's disgusting. I considered not talking about this one, but it's just too gross to skip over. A thigh burn liposuction center. Whoa! Stop eating, Fred. I don't think that's tapioca pudding. Oh, it's disgusting. And then here we have this. This is Richard Williams. Chris Christie's World. This is something that I guess like the first time I remember seeing it was in the late 90s, early 2000s. But anyway, there was Bill Clinton was they did a series like this where it was like the gilded frame and the like paintings. I think it was for like it may have been for like the Clinton library, what that would look like. And so yeah, there was this kind of style of painting. I don't know if Richard Williams did it, but it was so great. And it was, I really liked it. I liked that they were all like pretty, but they were also very funny as well. Ray Dreary, man. I'm going to skip over this because as an Irish American, I find this stereotypical and offensive, and I refuse to give it any air. Amazing life hacks that will totally change your life. I don't think that I'm going to spend a ton of time on this one. However, I love Kevin Pope's artwork. I've talked about it before with what was it? The Goofus and Gallant take that Desmond Devlin wrote. I forget their names right now. What was it? Here, I should probably look it up really, really quickly. Melvin and Jenkins. That's what it is. Melvin and Jenkins ran for not even that long. It was only 3 years. But boy, oh boy, did I love it. Amazing life hacks. Having trouble finding a hang glider for your hamster? Use a dustpan. Whenever Domino's runs a special on one large pizza with any topping, tell them that you want that topping to be an additional pizza. Why pay for costly gym memberships when Sears keeps all that exercise equipment out on display for free? Tired of all that money you spend on mouthwash going down the drain? Just spit it back into the bottle. I don't know why. That was that disgusted me. That was truly disgusting. Peter Cooper, Spy versus Spy. This is, if you recall, he started doing his Spy versus Spy, and it was like all stencils. It seemed like it was like airbrushed stencils, and it looked really cool. And then he kind of moved away from that, and he did something that, like, I mean, I'm assuming he moved away from it because it does look different. It still seems to capture that style somehow. I don't know how he managed to do that. But what's cool about it is, like, you get some more details. And I was, like, admiring this, the use of shadows and, like, the way he used, like, the little white ink pen on the bright side. And then on the other side, he used, like, black with, like, still little white highlights in it. Turned out super cool. I think it looks like amazing. I don't think I appreciated when I was younger what a talented artist he was. Not just like with the stencil thing, which I think that takes like a really takes a really good sense of construction, like when you're building a drawing, but now, it takes not just like a really good sense of construction, but like to execute it well, I think you have to be very talented. This is the one that I really liked out of the two is Snip. He cuts it down. The Black Spy pushes him off the ladder, which is wonderful. And then he gets his head split in half when he lowers the blade flag. Oh, man, there's so much. I don't know. Like, I thought going through the issues beforehand would reduce the amount of time that I spend on them, make the videos a little shorter. I don't think that's true. I think what ends up happening is I think of even more things to talk about. Now, this is like a Wimmel builder. I learned that term from Kyle Bridget. Again, written by Kenny Kyle. Kenny Kyle was freaking prolific at his time at Mad Magazine. He was, it's pretty impressive. This one, though, the artist, John Martz, this is so much fun to look at. And there's like a lot of fun little illustrations, including a cute little Alfred E. Newman stuck in there. But yeah, these drawings are always fun to look through. I don't think I know anybody who wouldn't agree that these like Wimmel builder drawings are just, you get lost in them. It's amazing, especially when they're done well. But even like poorly done ones, they're fascinating to look at. Find easily recognizable landmark to meet at in case you get separated from your friends. Lockers, merch booths, blackout drunk dudes, and My Little Pony costumes, etc. I would never go to a music festival. That sounds awful to me. Here's When Minions Go Really, Really Bad. I think I'm going to skip over this, even though it's John Caldwell. And boy, I love John Caldwell so much. He's such a good artist. And such a funny writer, too. A Planet Tad, if you guys really want to, this is what I'll do. Zoop. Hit pause. Hit pause. There you go. Now you can read it. Oh, look at a house ad for all this stuff. Mad cosplay. A mad look at cosplay. Maybe I'll do a quick zoom through this. This one like kind of walks the line for me. Like I don't really like the stuff that's about stuff, if that makes sense. Oh, it's just like real life. Some guy walks out, gets his ass beat. Oh, it's a comic book convention. Yeah, but what is he? That's just asking to get your ass beat. Oh no, all those other Wonder Womans. Yeah, Slave Leia. Slave Leia got overtaken by Harley Quinn probably as the most popular cosplay outfit for exhibitionists. Wait, what is... He can't fit. He makes a phone call. Oh, his buddy holds it. I see. Oh, Sue Storm and Batman? That's legit. I like that. I'd read that comic. Here's the cosplay contest. All right, we're going to tally them up. Oh, second place. The real Superman got second place. That doesn't. I don't know. They can't all be bangers, right? Here we have new ideas to speed up baseball and to slow it down. I didn't read this. I'm sorry. The Haunting Legend of Echo Point is interesting. It's John Caldwell, artist Phil McAndrew. I like the writer of this. I like the art in it. It just didn't do it for me, though. And here we have the Mad Vault. I think the Mad Vault is... so this is the one written by Tom Koch, drawn by Paul Coker. And it's great. You know, it's beautiful. But... and I actually, if they ever go back to creating new stuff, I think it's good to do the Mad Vault. I like that. Especially if you actually do get like younger people reading it, like getting some of this older stuff in there and exposing them to it. I think it's kind of a good thing, right? And then we have Despicable People live tweet Minions. So who of these despicable people is still despicable? Yeah, Kim Jong-un, probably. Chris Brown, yeah, I think he's kind of on the outs. Dr. Oz. What's his deal? Why do people not like him? Isn't he, look at old Donald Trump. Yep, people still hate him. Bill Cosby. Yeah, that one, there's no redemption arc there. Kris Jenner, what did she ever do wrong? Justin Bieber, he's just a singer. Leave the boy alone. Bill Belichick, what is that? Who is that? Roger Ailes? I know Brian Williams. He's the one who's just like, I took mortar fire. Me and Hillary Clinton, we got mortar fire in Iraq. It's like, what? No, you didn't. Here we have the strip club. This one had me rolling on the floor. The Nightmare Zone by K.C. Green. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush her down. If it's red, you'll soon be dead. If it's blue, what did you do? Ow. What did you do? I'm sorry. It was this part, the apology at the end that really got me. Oh, I loved it. And then this one, hats off. Never is the scourge of manspreading more infuriating than when Plastic Man rides the D train. I think it's just the use of the D train that's especially amusing. What's wrong? She took everything. My house, my car, my boat. Boo! Yeah, I hate it when my mom takes away my toys too. And then Fashion Police. Do you guys remember the Fashion Police? I sure do. I actually watched it. I didn't watch it with this cast, though. I watched it with the earlier cast with Kelly Osbourne. I'm not even joking with you. I watched the Fashion Police. It was very good, and it was amusing. There was like some Greek guy, Kelly Osbourne, and Joan Rivers. It was great. Herman Mejia. Again, I feel like when I get to these issues like in the 400s and 500s, all I do is just blow Herman Mejia. And what do you want from me? He deserves it. Yeah. I don't know. This is what it is. And I think I said this last time, probably last week. He has a very distinct style, but he doesn't rely too much on like similar facial features. He doesn't force facial features. I guess the only one he kind of does on a lot of them is like he'll do the fucked up eyes, like kind of like the wall-eyed look. But But that's about it. Like, that's one that he goes to a lot. Like this one, where Scarlett Johansson is like slightly wall-eyed. This lady, Juliana Rancic, is like slightly wall-eyed. But even that, he doesn't abuse it. He doesn't do it constantly. I think about like Sam Viviano, right? He always does the cheeks and the giant eyes, like on everybody. Cheeks, giant eyes. I don't think you can really point to things. Maybe like somebody with a better trained eye than I could point out some things, but I just don't think that Herman Mejia does that. Yeah. Here we have the best of the Idiotical. The Idiotical was an online version of MAD. It was like a blog or almost like a, what is that called? Like Tumblr, basically, where they would just kind of post some things. Oh, I forgot about this. Holy shit. The startling similarities and differences between March Madness and Utah reinstating the firing squad. Was it that they reinstated it, or I think they had the thing where somebody on death row could request how they get executed, and they were like, the guy was like, I want a firing squad. That's the one I want. I mean, how is it more inhumane than any other? I don't think so. It's not like torturous. Lots of shots taken. Check. Brent Musburger will be providing color commentary. Nope, not for the firing squad. The NRA has an office pool going on it. If there's a long line at the concession stand, you might miss all the action. Substitutions allowed. To take a family of 4 costs a fortune. It's as American as apple pie. I like it. And here we have something I loved this one. Things you don't want to hear from your Uber driver. A Tom Bunk painting. And it's just like, to me, this is just to me, this is like the scale that Tom Bunk should always work at. Like sometimes you see like those little Wimmel builders where it's like a 2-page spread and it's so tiny and stuff. I think this is where he excels, where it's like that kind of, I don't know, that in-between type thing. It's just great. And again, there's so much to drink in. He just crams so much information into his illustrations. Hey, get in on this U-turn selfie. It's great that the Uber is now in 55 countries. If I have to go on the lam again, I really got options. Look at this one. I like that guy. Those detour signs are just suggestions. That's actually how I feel. And then here we have a beautiful fold-in, unmolested, because that's how I roll. And then this game. Mars Attacks. Anyway, guys, hey, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit like, double check that you're subscribed. If you're not, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.